I thank the representative of Pakistan for their statement, and now give the floor to the representative of Greece.
Mr. President, I would like to thank SRSG Mrs. Keita, especially Envoy Mr. Huang Cha, for briefing us on this urgent meeting today, and commend the courage of all of MONUSCO's personnel in these very difficult circumstances. I would also like to welcome the participation of the Honourable Foreign Minister of the Democratic Republic of Congo in our meeting. Mr. President, allow me to emphasize briefly 4 key points. First, we strongly condemn the capture of the cities of Sake, Goma, and Bukavu by the M23. We reiterate that the sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity of the DRC must be fully respected. The presence of Rwandan troops of the territory of DRC and the support to the M23 are very concerning and are strongly condemned. We call on Rwanda to cease its support to the M23 and to immediately withdraw its forces. Second, we call for urgent de-escalation, and we stress that it is more imperative than ever that particularly Rwanda and DRC commit to the ceasefire as agreed last August, re-engage in the political dialogue, and implement all decisions and commitments agreed under the Luanda process. We encourage African-led initiatives and regional efforts, including by the African Union, the East African Community, and SADC, and we call DRC and Rwanda to return immediately to the table of negotiations. Third, we are deeply concerned about the grave humanitarian and security consequences of the M23 offensive, both in North and South Kivu. All parties must respect international humanitarian law and ensure unrestricted humanitarian access. We strongly condemn all forms of human rights violations, abuses, violence against civilians, summary executions and maiming, sex and gender-based violence, recruitment and use of children. Fourth and last, we reiterate our full support to MONUSCO, which is acting within its mandate and doing critical work in the DRC, stress our strong commitment to the safety and security of its peacekeepers, and condemn the attacks committed against personnel. MONUSCO must be granted full access and freedom of movement. Its personnel must be allowed to return to Goma in order to effectively fulfill its mandate, in particular the protection of civilians and address urgent needs. The protection of civilians and of humanitarian and medical personnel must remain an absolute priority. Attacks against peacekeepers may constitute potential war crimes, and those attacks against MONUSCO peacekeepers form also a basis for potential sanctions designation. Mr. President, we stand ready to support any further engagement of this Council as necessary. I thank you.